I'm sure many of you have heard this already, but if you didn't know, chickens are very useful in improving your pasture. If you have like a area of land that maybe doesn't have such green, luscious grass or has a lot of like bald patches, chickens are very useful for this. And I'm going to show you an example. Hopefully it shows up good on the camera. But we raise the Cornish cross meat chickens, and as messy and stinky as these chickens are, and they're so heavy and quick growing, even they make a big difference in your grass. So they kind of started off being moved around here. Hopefully it picks up on the camera. We just had a nice rainy morning, so everything is nice and green and wet. But I don't know if you can see, because we had our meat chicken hoop houses kind of rotating in these little patches. Do you notice how some patches are a little bit more green than others versus over here where our grass is just like yellow and brown? Let's go over here. You can see a lot better. This is like a really good example of it right here. So you see the hoop houses over there, they are rectangle in shape, like long rectangles. So do you notice these two patches of green grass right here, just random patches? This is where the chicken hoop houses were before. So chicken manure actually helps your soil and helps your grass, and it adds nitrogen, it adds other nutrients to your soil, like potassium. Nitrogen is a big one, phosphorus, calcium, and just in general, them like scratching up the dirt and aerating the soil a bit makes a huge difference, because look at the surrounding grass, how dry and brown and crispy it is. And then just so happens that the two exact spots where our chickens were maybe a week ago, it is nice and bright and green. So that is pretty cool. I thought I'd share it with you guys because you can like really tell. Even right here, the chickens used to be in those two long rectangular spots where this coop is right now. You can see the green. And then as I zoom over here, you can see the green area, and then like where the cat is just brown. It's like a whole different color. So like the grass itself is not longer, but the color, like the color difference, you can tell that it has more nutrients and more soil, and it looks a lot healthier than the rest of our grass where the chickens haven't been. Now if you leave your chickens too long on one spot, the grass will actually start dying. They'll actually scratch to the point where the grass dies and it is just dirt, but it's quick to grow back as well. You'll get grass and weeds to grow back. But I think the trick is not leaving them too long to the point where they destroy your lawn, but moving them around, if not every day, at least every other day, and that will help improve your soil. And like you could do this in the garden where you want to plant, and then you can also use it to improve your pastures if you have other like grazing animals and you want to improve your grass nutrients and all of that for them. So right now our chickens were moved over there and they will be processed tomorrow. So we're going to work on processing. It's 10 in each, so 20 altogether. They're going to be gone, and then we're going to take a break before ordering new chicks. But just in general, like it has helped this area of our grass. And the last chickens that we've raised, we've always kind of kept them up here, and you probably can't tell because there's not like rectangular pieces where it's green, but you could kind of tell it's a greener grass over here in general, and it's a lot thicker. It's not patchy and brown. We did have a freeze a couple weeks ago, like around December, so a lot of the things have died down, but you can tell how green this area is, and this is where we used to keep our chickens. And then over here it's more brown, and we haven't ever had any chickens over here. But I thought you could like really tell the difference, like the sharp rectangular difference right there. So I wanted to definitely show you guys that. So you have areas in your grass that you want to improve for your grazing animals, or even in your garden. You can set your chicken pen if it's open on the bottom, like this one for example. If you have a chicken pen that's open at the bottom, just place this whole pen inside of your garden and let them do all the work for you. They'll eat all the weeds, scratch up and till your dirt and leave it ready for planting. We've done that when we had a couple laying hens. We would just move their little pen all around the garden and have them do the work for us. I'll definitely be using that in our future farm. Whenever we do move, I'll be implementing using our laying hens to work our gardens for us. So, and that adds all those same nutrients that I mentioned into your garden soil as well. So just wanted to share that. Hopefully it showed up good in the video. But if you are raising meat birds or just laying hens and you want to see improvement in your pasture, in your grass, definitely think about rotational grazing them as well, because they don't eat the grass like grazing animals do, like cows and sheep, but they do improve it, they do scratch it up, and they do enjoy looking for bugs and treats as well. Hope you guys learned something and were able to see the differences with your own eyes. I'll see you guys in the next one.